So, you want to travel the world, but you don't got any money. Been there, done that, my friend. How about you walk with me and I'll show you how to travel when you don't have money and how to make money on the go. Follow me? So I am currently in Anghiari, Italy, and I'll be traveling across Europe for the next 6 months with my partner, Cody. Say hi, Cody. All with the least amount of money I've ever had in my life. To some, it would be considered financially irresponsible. You see, I want to live a nomadic lifestyle, and I don't want a lack of money being the only reason that I can't do what I love. Wealth is a mindset, but money is a habit and a skill. You need to be able to learn how to cultivate both in order to be successful. Clearly, I don't have all my shit figured out when it comes to money, but I'm a firm believer that messy action is better than no action. So if I'm gonna be broke and striving for financial success anywhere, I'd rather go through this journey here in Italy. Okay, so how can you travel when you don't have money? And how can you make money while you're traveling? Well, there's several solutions to this problem, and I've outlined a list of each one of them ordered within different levels of problem solving. As we go up to from level 1 to level 3 problem solving, we achieve more financial freedom. So to introduce level 1, let me show you where we're currently staying. Level of problem solving involves either training your time and energy for money or the thing that money can get you, which in the case of travel includes accommodation and food, the two biggest expenses. So how do you do that? Thank you, chicken. So I am currently doing a workaway, which is a platform where essentially there are people who own either farms like the one that I'm on currently, or typically hostels or families who need help babysitting their kids, and they require people to help them. And if they have extra space, extra rooms, and some more food that they're willing to share, they offer you those things in exchange for a certain number of hours where you're working. This typically is around 3 hours if you negotiate for less food, or usually 5 hours, but it really depends on the people. And the benefit of this is that you really get to integrate yourself into the local community, and it's a great option if you just want to live your life, travel slowly, and just be in one place for a longer period of time. And the benefit of it as well is sometimes there are hosts that are willing to pay you at least minimum wage. So you have the benefit of free food, free accommodation, and sometimes a little money. Now, obviously, that's not how you build wealth, and that's not what can sustain you in the long term unless you're someone who is quite frugal and willing to sacrifice a lot of their time and energy in exchange for just the basic necessities. This place genuinely feels like going back in time.
Let's unlock victory.
Just made my first barter in the artisanal market here. I got this really cool pin. It reminds me of Artemis. I'm gonna put it on my backpack. She wanted €5 for it. I got it for 3, and I used the limited Italian that I learned. È troppo caro, it's too expensive. Posso darte tre. There you go. You know, I'm pretty fluent at Spanish at this point, so my strategy is just kind of saying words that I think are the same in Spanish and Italian and hoping people understand. It's about 50-50 here. I would say that the accent is very different. Okay, so what is level 2 problem solving? This is where we're actually making money to fund our travels through entrepreneurial endeavors that solve problems and provide services to other businesses. So I call this level 2 problem solving because you have much more time, location, and financial freedom because you don't need to be in a fixed location relying on a single job or workaway experience in order to meet your needs. And you have a lot more personal agency since you don't have a boss that you have to show up for and work for. It's all your responsibility, and the amount of reward you get is directly proportional to the amount of work that you put in. But this requires that you learn how to develop a digital skill that's in demand. I'm obviously a videographer and editor, so I have a lot of opportunities to leverage my skills to work with brands on anything from UGC content to high-level marketing campaigns, and even work with hotels, tour agencies, and right now I am working on contacts so that I can work with destination marketing organizations that basically run the marketing for an entire country. That's really the goal right now. But that's not the only skill that you can leverage. A lot of people do bookkeeping, virtual assistant, website development, website SEO optimization, email marketing, SMMA, which is social media management advertising through TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook ads. You can even build sales funnels for other businesses and take a cut of those profits if you leverage platforms like ClickFunnels. The list goes on and on and on. The greatest part about all these digital skills is that it's literally never been easier to acquire them. With the rapid emergence of AI, it cuts out so much of the knowledge and the skill necessary. Not gonna say you're not gonna do a lot of the work, but most of the work really is in just lead acquisition and sales. So once you master that, you can start making money. You gotta love a good pack mule. I mean boyfriend.
Bruh.
Hi, sweet cute. Look at her face. Hi, sweet cute. I'm gonna miss you. You're my favorite part, Mickey. Oh, goodbye, sweet girl. Howdy. Welcome to Florence. So we are probably in the most expensive place to visit in Italy. We're doing couch surfing here. We're currently in the iconic Santa Maria Flora Church, and what better place to talk about level 3 problem solving, the most financially freeing way to make money than in a place that was built on money. So level 3 problem solving involves leveraging assets, creating things that make you passive money, something that you only need to make once and then it'll continue to make you money later on. This is the best way that you can achieve true time, location, and financial freedom. So we are currently in the Leonardo da Vinci Museum, a man who was a prolific creator who's created so much more than just the couple of statues and paintings that he's most known for. And what better place to talk about the digital assets that you can create in order to make a passive income. So there are many options nowadays for what to create and sell online without actually having a physical product. You can go the route of creating a course or creating digital products for Etsy, templates, downloads. You can leverage platforms like Printify so that all you have to do is create the design and you never have to worry about handling stocks or the products themselves. You can also create ebooks.
Honestly, I'm not very familiar with every option that exists, but now is the best time to be able to leverage artificial intelligence, figure out what people want, and it doesn't ever have to be a physical product.
So this is a really interesting corridor in Florence because right here we have medieval architecture, and right beside it is architecture that looks medieval, but it was really made during the fascist times of the last century. And then right beside it, we have medieval architecture, which is the oldest of all. Now, property is one of the greatest assets that you can leverage in order to make a passive income. I'm sure you already know this with the rental economy that we currently live in. Now, unless you are a fortunate boomer or an indebted millennial, you might not be able to leverage real estate as an asset if you don't own your own home. However, there are multiple other options. We have a friend in the US who has completely replaced his six-figure income as an engineer by just doing real estate arbitrage, where you essentially leverage other people's assets to make money as the middleman. So this is Mercato Nuovo. Back in the day in medieval times, this was the place where musicians from all over the world would perform, and it would kind of work like America's Got Talent. So if they won, they would be able to perform at royal palaces all across Europe. Nowadays, that's a straight market where you can get a lot of leather goods. In addition to affiliate marketing, something similar to that, but fairly new, is white labeling SaaS products. SaaS being software as a service. So you're essentially going to small businesses where they could use some kind of automated service of software, and you sell it to them. And you don't even have to be the person who makes the software. You just use other people's softwares that are already established. You just white label it, meaning that you put your own brand on it, focus on marketing your own brand and selling it in exchange for a commission.
So beyond all the ways to travel on the road when you don't have money, and how to make money when you want to be a traveler and have location independence in your work and in your life, what's really important that people don't really discuss is the mindset that goes behind it. It's not necessarily about doing, but it's about being the kind of person who's willing to take risks, because there's so much unknown. You're literally stepping out of your comfort zone, leaving the place that you know to go somewhere else. And traveling in and of itself can be kind of scary and uncertain, but then having to figure out how to sustain yourself and build a life for yourself and generate income is a completely new level of stress. Fundamentally, in order to pursue this kind of life, you need to feel like you're worthy, you're capable, and you're willing to bet on yourself. You're willing to make the sacrifices and take the risks because you believe somehow, somewhere, it's gonna work out for you. You can never outperform your self-worth. If you don't believe you're worthy to, pursue big deals with brands or charge a lot of money for your services, even if it doesn't take that much time to do, but the value is there, then no one else is going to value you any more than you value yourself. And that's why doing the mindset work, the mental disciplining, is just as important, if not more, to the actual work that makes you money and that sustains the things that you love, which is to travel. So that's why I practice subconscious reprogramming, playing affirmations while I sleep, where my mind is the most open to those ideas. That's why I consciously journal during the days. I don't allow myself to think limiting thoughts as best as I can. And I try to release that fear from the body. That's the most important thing. You can't outthink your way out of fear. Sometimes you just have to tap. Sometimes you just have to shake. Sometimes you just have to go for a run, go for a bike ride, work out, and feel better in your body. Because if you don't feel good, it's hard to feel good in your surroundings. Even if your surroundings, like right now, I'm surrounded by so much beauty, so much tranquility, so much peace, but I feel so much internal turmoil over unknown future circumstances that don't even exist. When you worry before something happens, you suffer twice, and it's completely unnecessary. So remember, no matter how you try to make this work, no matter how you want to pursue your travels, remember that at the end of the day, you can never run away from what's inside your head.